Hello Darts Nutz, welcome to Darts Review channel. In this video I'm reviewing a set of darts from Bulls Darts Germany, and this is from their Stone range, and this is the S2 model. There's 3 models in the range and they look as if they've got quite a decent bit of grip on some of them and quite interesting shapes. So looking forward to trying them, so let's check them out. So this is the S2 model and I'm reviewing the 21 gram version. The 90% tungsten, they're also available in 23 and 25 gram. There is no soft tip and the retail for £45.95. So as you can see, it comes in this slimline cardboard packaging, and like I mentioned, on the back you've got the 3 models available, S1, S2 and S3. So again, some quite interesting design and grip on them. And inside you got a plastic inlay which is stuck, come out. And got a velvety covering holding everything in place, and the darts are fitted with the Bulls polycarbonate grip stems, I think medium size, and you got the Bulls quite chunky rubber point holder, and quite an interesting looking design again on the barrel. And you've got a set of, let's see, last time there was 4, I think I must have got one extra by mistake last time. But there's the Bulls Stone standard shape flights, quite a striking colour shape combo there. So as with the other Bulls Germany ones that I reviewed recently, they've got these silver points on which, like I mentioned before, if you don't scuff them up they can slip out your board. Nothing wrong with the points other than that. I mean, it's easy enough to scuff them up, so just be aware of that. And as for the dart itself, well, it's again slightly unusual shape. I would say it's mostly a straight barrel dart with kind of a scallopy sections. You got a tapered nose, and then you've got this kind of like slightly curved off shark grip, so it's quite flat against the barrel, but there is a little bit of grippiness there. So for front grippers you've got something to push against there, and then for the mid grippers you've got this kind of like hourglass shaped scallop with a groove there. So again, that feels quite comfortable in the fingers, and just get a little bit of grip from that groove, so that might be nice for, I would say, maybe slightly past mid grip. And on the race section it kind of like flares out, and then you've got a groove, and then it almost goes into another scallop, almost like a half scallop there, but then you've got a slight lip on there. So for rear grippers you've got a bit of choice there. You've got a kind of slightly bulged out section with a little bit of grip from that groove, and then you've got the very end of the barrel, if you like to hold it there, you've got a little bit of grip to push against. So like I say, quite unusual design, and probably a little bit of something there for all grip positions. But again, it may be a case of you need to try it to see, but interesting all the same. And there's the medium polycarbonate Bulls grip stems, and these fairly nicely designed flights, nice colourful pattern on them. So you've got a tapered nose, then you've got this quite wide, kind of flattish angled shark style grip. Got a slight curve feel when you run your finger that way, but then when you go the other way you can feel those little edges digging in. So there you go, that's the kind of shark grip style. And then this kind of like hourglass bit with the groove in, and as you move along it kind of flares out, you got another groove, and then almost like another scallop section, but again it's like a single shark ring as well, and then it just tapers right at the end of the barrel. So there you go, that's the super close look at the Bulls Germany Stone S2 darts. The dart's fitted with a silver 26mm point. There's a tapered nose, that's 4.5mm. Then you've got this kind of wide shark style grip with slightly curved edges, 16.5mm. And then you've got a tapered section, smooth, 5mm. And then including the two grooves on either side, you've got this tapered and straight section, 12.2mm. And then you've got a kind of a weird tapered section with a angled, almost like a half scallop, 6.8mm, smooth taper on the end, 5mm, length is 50mm, wide is 6.6mm. $21.12 grams. 21 grams exactly, so big difference on that one. Well, it's not huge, but in terms of perfect match weight, it's fairly big, and that one's even bigger compared to the last one. So 21.15 on that one, but like I say, you wouldn't be able to feel that. It's just, these are hundredths of a gram, so I'd be amazed if anyone could feel that difference, but you got to test it. So full setup, 22.89 grams. So here's the balance with just the barrels only, and this is the balance with the supplied setup. As to be expected, the shark grip section at the front is the grippiest, so 6.5 for that. Let's get my throw and see how they go. As usual, one dart at each double. I'll start with my front grip first, which is my normal grip. I say normal, but it doesn't seem to be anything that feels normal at the moment. Oh, wrong double. Oh, that was close. It's not quite as aggressive as it looks, that grip. It's because it's fairly flattish against the barrel, and it's kind of got like smoothed off edges a little bit, but there's a little bit of bite just as you're pushing forward, but it's definitely not as aggressive as it looks. And wrong double. Oh, nearly. Not quite. Not bad, the balance there, like. Oh, I got one. I think I could do with a heavier weight though. It just feels a bit too light. But I didn't feel too bad there throwing it from that. So I'm going to try that kind of like weird V-shaped scallop section, which is probably not exactly in the middle. It's a bit hard to tell, but we'll see how that feels. That was a bit painful. I think it's getting a lot of spin off that, which doesn't make any sense at all. That's the smoothest out of them all so far, but it doesn't feel quite right for me throwing it from there. Yeah, I just can't feel like my grip doesn't feel settled, and it doesn't feel quite right at all. Somebody might be fine there though. So I'll try that rear section now, which is kind of a strange mix, almost like a half scallop with a kind of like a ring style grip. So let's see what it feels like. I'll get a little bit of grip from that ring there. Well, I think that's flying better from there than it was the previous spot I was holding it. So that little bit of ledge of that weird shaped ring might be just right for some rear grippers. And one more have a try at the trebles from that spot. Ooh, too many beans on that. Oh, that wasn't too bad, the last one. But yeah, it's a slightly quirky dart. I think for front grippers it should be fine. I don't know about that section there. Maybe somebody will be happy with it, but it didn't feel quite right for me. And I think some rear grippers might be happy with it as well. Just that little bit of a lip there, something to push against. But again, probably not right for me overall. But like I said, it wasn't too bad from my front grip. So a slightly quirky barrel in terms of the shape and that. But I'm sure somebody out there will be perfectly fine with it. So that's the end of the video. I'll see you in the next one. Happy darting.